So Tamisha Trump, he just recently banned 36 more countries or something like that. He's
He has
working on a
another
travel
list.
ban. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, so he's adding more. He is in the process of adding more countries to his travel ban list.
Yeah.
Um, of I'm gonna say that this is for immigration. I'm going to try to believe that it's for immigration, but as an American, I feel weird, and I think that it's halting a lot of things for a lot of people. One of
Hmm.
the things is a lot of the international students are scared to go home because they don't think that they can come back to their schools, for the fall semester or summer semester or whatever they have planned. Another thing is a lot of Americans are a little weirded out about traveling outside of the country.
Yeah.
Um, if I spend my summer in San Tropez and now I can't because he might not. In 2 weeks, he might decide I don't want anybody coming in the country from San Tropez. Then it's like, hey, like, what are we supposed to do? So I think that
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a little counteractive or counterproductive,
Hmm.
um, but it's Trump,
Didn't this
and
happen before in like 2016 in that time frame, 2016, 2018, with this whole like banning a whole bunch of countries and stuff like that?
I know that he did some stuff with Cuba because we had just gotten like the ability to travel back to Cuba when Obama was in office. And then when he got in office, I know he put some bans on Cuba, but I don't think that the list was this extensive at all.
Right. Because I
Yeah.
remember being out in Australia and my mom
Hmm.
texting me like, Trump is banning all these countries. You need to get back in the state, da da da, X, Y, and Z.
You
And
what
I'm
you're
like
not gonna
over
do is
there.
do Miss Cynthia's voice like
Oh,
that.
no,
That's
no.
what you're
Well,
not gonna
yeah.
do. That's what you're
Yeah.
not gonna do.
I don't listen to her anyway. I don't care how she say it, but I love you, mom. I love you. But yeah, she was like, you need to get back here because this guy, this idiot, she calls Trump an idiot every week, any chance she can get. But he's my guy. So yeah, it's unfortunate, that he's banning some more stuff, but it is what it is.
It is a long,
Hold
extensive
on.
list. They said what, 36 countries, most of them from
36
Africa.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, and most of
Because
them
I
for
think we're at
Africa.
19 right now.
Crazy. I looked at the list and some of the ones that they put on. He was planning to put
Yeah.
on there. I think a little crazy. Some island nations like Saint Lucia, Saint
Yeah.
Kitts. People got to
Mhm.
do with that.
Yeah.
Cape Verde, like Boston, is a city.
Philippines,
Oh,
Cuba,
he banned Cape Verde.
Philippines.
Indonesia,
You know, a lot of
Ethiopia,
countries.
Uganda,
Yes,
Morocco,
Kevin.
Ghana.
Kevin Jones, what are you about to
Wait, isn't Saint Lucia a U.S. territory?
Caribbean. It's a Caribbean. No, no, no.
it's
It's owned by I think either Dutch. It's either Dutch
All
province.
right, I'm tripping because
Yeah,
I was just like, what? Like, how you gonna ban a U.S. territory? Like,
I mean,
yeah.
he
peace.
would. I mean, it's
Saint
Trump.
Kitts,
He
Saint
would. He'd be like,
Nevis, all of
Well,
nobody
those
can
like
go to
so
Puerto Rico.
the ban is there's levels to it. There's levels
Okay.
1 through 4. Level 1 is exercise normal precaution. Level 2 is exercise increased caution. Level 3 is reconsider travel, and level 4 is do not travel. So there's different levels for each one.
Who's
Uh,
on level
There's
four,
numbers
Cass?
each.
Let me see. Level 4, we have
Hey Josh, what happened? They
Syria,
cut your lights off
Democratic
over there or what?
Republic of the Congo,
trying to get
Afghanistan,
his
Those is quiet
Lebanon.
storm light. It's quiet.
Uh, wait, what?
Josh's
They
light
cut Josh's
lighting.
light went off.
lights.
The top light, the big light.
That's what happened
Um,
when you got a governor over there who don't care about y'all in Massachusetts. Start
Nah,
cutting shit
uh,
down.
that ain't the case. That
but
ain't the
yeah,
case.
Sudan, Mali, Libya, Haiti, Ukraine, Belarus,
Like some of those
Lebanon.
countries, Belarus,
Not
Belarus,
Belarus. Not Belarus.
Belarus,
Belarus.
Belarus.
Belarus. Are you kidding?
Oh
Come on,
man.
man.
Belarus?
That's
Is South
crazy.
is
I
South
I
Africa
love
on
that
the
place.
list? Is South
Huh?
Africa on the
Africa
list,
on the
Steph?
list while they're having a genocide? I don't think so. I don't think it's on.
All
Didn't
right,
we just get
just
a
want to be
haul in
sure.
from there? A couple weeks ago, they just got a U.S. just got them a haul from over there.
Yeah,
I don't
a
think they're
haul
gonna
of
put them on.
32 South
Yeah,
Africanas.
I don't think
32,
they're
a
gonna put
haul
Got
them
of
it.
on.
32.
I'm trying to find like the common thread here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's he's just shooting darts at that point, man. Because like, come on, some of these island nations, those people
Hmm.
would like,
Right.
Like
So
what's
does this
come on.
mean if we go over there, we can't come back? Is that
We
what
can
that
come
means?
back. We
No,
can come
you
back.
won't be
Kevin?
able to go. Do not
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
travel
Kevin
there.
Oh, you
Brown is
can't
saying,
go there. Okay, I
yeah.
understand.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're over there right now, I mean, you can come back into the
Come
States.
home.
Yeah, at least.
Got you.
But let's talk about Iran. I mean, I'm assuming that they're on the list, or are they not?
They gotta
Do
be
not
right.
Yeah.
travel.
I'm assuming
Right.
they're on the
They
list.
got to be on this list. So
But they've been on the list since March 31st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Trump is going back and forth playing Quienes Who's Macho with with the Iranian what is he? Is it prime minister or supreme? Like he has a
President.
weird name.
Supreme ruler or
Supreme
whatever.
ruler. It's supreme ruler. I'm like, it's a weird name. It's not. Yeah. So with the Iranian supreme ruler, I know that he was, on X telling them they should have just signed the deal he told them to sign, and they're wasting lives at this point. And he just can't understand. He was like, simply stated, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I said it over and over again. Everyone should immediately evacuate, because he's fine with Israel doing whatever they want to do. And I'm not allegedly he's fine with it. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's an
Because
interesting
he's not
situation.
stepping in. So
Yeah, Josh, what are your thoughts? I'm very interested.
yes.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation because I've seen people from both sides. I've seen people that are from Iran say that they support those bombs going off in their country because they're not in alignment with the regime. There's a lot of problems, I guess, with that leadership in that country. But then at the same time, a lot of lives are being taken. Israel is expanding this war into other territories now, right? So you don't sign an arms deal now. You got to get other nations involved if you start letting off nuclear weapons. A nuclear weapon isn't a joke, right? So that's a bomb getting dropped at, we know, Hiroshima, World War II. That's what a nuclear weapon does. I went to Hiroshima to see what that did to that location, and the history is crazy. But once one of those things go off, whether they send one to Israel send one back. United States has to get involved because they have to back up the Israeli side, or NATO, whatever that kind of fallout is. The Middle East is one of those parts of the world where they kind of move with those leaders. They move with a I don't give up attitude, right?
Yeah,
it's either
very true.
we do what we want or we're willing to set it off, because they already, for lack of a better term, the economies in those countries are not that great. So they don't really got too much to lose if they send one of those.
I don't think they're counting casualties. They're not I'm
They're
just
not
saying
counting casualties, but when it comes to actions like dropping bombs, let's say from Iran's perspective or Iran's perspective, what incentive do they have to drop that bomb? Because at the end of the day, if they hit Israel, if they hit any one of our allies, for which there are many, they know they're going to get the full force of the U.S. coming at them right then and there, and they won't have time to go anywhere.
But
and
what did Josh just say? They don't care.
Okay, no, that's mutual. That's there's no incentive there. Like, as leadership, they're trying to gain something, whatever it may be, access to nuclear resources for civilian purposes or military purposes. But if that's your goal or something else, you can't accomplish that goal if you're blown to bits. So I can't find the incentive for Iran to actually attack, even if they have the backing of Russia, even if they have the backing of China, even if they have the backing with Pakistan at their side.
Israel just hit the reset button on Palestine, right? That whole place is obliterated right now. I don't even think those people, they said to rebuild Palestine, Gaza, all of that, it would take another 30 years from the ground.
Yep.
They clear Palestine.
The whole thing is done.
Project.
Right?
We already know that.
If Israel didn't care about Gaza and Palestine, none of that, what makes you think Iran care about letting them things off to fight whatever they got left?
Because it's not even mutually assured destruction. It is flat out destruction of Iran. It's not even mutually assured destruction. It is a massacre.
I think we also underestimate the U.S. having allies. I mean, we've backed out of a lot of these deals over the last few years with a lot of allied nations. I don't think they really. You might think they're allied with us. I really don't. I think the likes of Canada, all of these countries that I know Trump want to try to squeeze them with tariffs and things like that. But when it comes down to it, Germany, a lot of these big countries, they're not aligned. I mean, yes, you're part of NATO, right? Because a part of the agreement of being with NATO is you have to back any of the nations that are part of NATO. But I mean, they could just as well pull out of those deals in another year, or change up law with those type of things. So I don't think that. I think we're underestimating the other countries coming to your rescue.
Let me jump in really quickly on that thought, Josh. So someone watching, and this is my whole mantra, right? If they watch Say It in 4, I want us to be able to explain in small doses, like, what's going on. So why are they fighting? What is the problem? Like, why is this thing even a thing right now? If somebody's watching and they're not understanding this whole Iran threatens the U.S. and all this other stuff, who can explain that in like 2 minutes or less?
I can give a little bit. So it's multifaceted. Obviously the cultural context of what's going on in Palestine that has a factor into it. Them wanting to enrich uranium for either civilian and or military purposes, that's another facet of it. You can go back to, Adam Kissinger wanting to take over the Middle East, and maybe this is just a regime change effort. That's also a part of it. So it's multifaceted, and what's going on and what's been aggravating Iran towards, taking these steps, attacking Israel, and, the subsequent response by Israel attacking their nuclear facilities, which also took out a lot of their leadership. And so now we're in this battle of tit for tat, and there's not just one reason, there's many reasons, there's reasons unknown.
Okay. Gotcha. Anything else? Anybody else want to add to that?
Did they say anything? Did you guys see anything that came out of the G7 summit? Like nothing.
Oh, Trump is proposing to bring in China and Russia to create the G9. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.